Hi guys, my name is Yasmine,
My name is Bernie.
and you're listening to the Fashion Fopa podcast. This is the podcast where we have candid conversations about the fashion industry with industry professionals. Mouthful every time. So today we're excited because not only is it a video and audio episode, but we have a very exciting guest joining us across the table. Yes,
Me?
that would be you. So introduce yourself.
I'm Parris. I'm just a janitor. I don't know. I don't know what to say. How do I introduce
Janitor.
myself? Oh my god.
This is
Like,
gonna be long.
am I interesting? I don't know. Who knows? Why are you giggling, dude? Be
Oh,
professional.
How did you get into?
Oh
I'm
my
sorry,
God,
guys.
You guys are falling apart. Look at this. Look
This
at this,
is insane.
guys.
Okay,
Shame on them, huh?
so how did you get into fashion?
Mm-hmm.
Fashion.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you even do into fashion?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yes,
Tell people,
let's
tell
get
people
into
what you
that
do in the
part.
Do
industry.
I even do fashion though? I don't know. Like, am I like? I don't know. Like, I'm more like a janitor or something. You know what I mean? Like, I clean up messes. That's all I do. I don't really do fashion. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like that ASAP Rocky
Oh my
interview.
god! Since
Wait, what? Really?
What
since
What do you
is it?
say?
I don't do fashion. I just look, or no, I do fashion. I just look pretty. It's like, whatever.
I don't
Okay,
know,
no, I'm not
something
saying
like
all that. I'm like just saying I'm a janitor. Oh my god.
so since he wants to play humble,
Yeah.
we'll give him a little bit of his
plug.
flowers.
Yeah.
He is one of the brains behind CEASETOEXIST.
Mm-hmm.
We went to one of his fashion show, first fashion show, I think.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Debut
Yeah.
At the
fashion show,
Debut fashion show. That
if
was
you could call
when?
it that.
That was end of February.
February 18th.
Yeah.
February 18th.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so funny because we wrote this questions March 18th. A month later.
Wow.
That's insane.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that was February 18th. That was debut collection. It was a
Mhm.
really
It
interesting,
was a
nice
very,
collection.
Oh yeah.
very
You think
nice
so?
collection.
There's
yeah.
some pieces that I was like, damn, I
Yeah.
need that.
We were like, okay, mentally add to cart, mentally
Yeah,
favorite.
Add to cart.
The
Yeah.
green
Yeah.
jacket. Oof.
Yeah. And I don't
That
even
was
wear
good.
green, so
Mhm.
I don't wear colors. So I was like,
I
damn.
know. I see all over your Instagram. You're like a Latina. You know what I mean? You're just all black and gray, and you're like, oh my god, devoid of color. You
That's
know?
me. So how did you get into that? How did CEASETOEXIST even?
Wait.
Appeared into the world.
Before I answer that question,
Okay.
can I just ask one question?
Okay, go
Sure.
ahead. I'm scared.
Are there spelling errors in your question still?
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Okay, we might have to punch in a little story time for people who are not going to understand context. We tried to schedule and record this episode at least 3 times now, and we've now made it here.
I was early to all of them. Is
Yes.
all I'm saying. I was early to every single
But
one of
needless to say, the first time that we were supposed to record this episode did not end up happening. So we went to coffee, and
them. Ugh.
Mr. does not drink coffee.
yes,
Yeah,
Mr.
dude.
drinks what now
Milk.
exactly?
Milk and water.
Cow milk.
Cow's
cute.
milk.
What's wrong with cow's milk?
There's nothing wrong with cow milk.
What's wrong with cow's milk?
You're,
They
drink-
have no
you're drinking pus. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
But
oh,
anyway.
I'm sorry. Oh my god, like
Moving on.
super healthy people over here.
So how did CEASETOEXIST?
But you didn't answer my question. Are there spelling errors?
There
in your-
probably is.
Oh my god, I'm gonna correct it afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, how did CEASETOEXIST start?
Mhm.
Damn. I would say it started when I was like 16. My ex actually came up with the name, which is funny enough. Don't laugh. Why you laughing? Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
laugh.
She laughs
I
at
just-
everything.
But
Okay.
she came up with the name like on like a Snapchat story she wrote out like CEASETOEXIST on her story, like just randomly, and
Huh.
like it just like captured my attention, and I was like, oh, can I use the name, yada yada yada. Like I really like, I didn't even know it was for a brand or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, it really had some sort of meaning to me that I don't usually tell people, because like I like people interpreting what the brand means to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just held on to that name for like years and years and years and years, and I just
Okay.
slowly like built up like the aesthetic I wanted to go for, like the funds, et cetera, and then I think I was in college. I think I was like 18, little baby. I was working at Lil Burgundy, the shoe store in Fairview.
Mm-hmm.
What's so funny? Oh my
I feel like a
God.
lot of people that I know have had like a first retail job there.
I
That's why
know,
I'm like,
right, dude? Oh my God. Yeah, I was working with the co-owner, Nat. And yeah, he's a graphic designer. He wanted to do his own brand too, called Nothing to Hide, which is the
mm,
name of our debut
the show.
collection. Isn't that crazy? What a full circle moment!
Mhm.
Wow, applause, applause, applause. And then we went. Like I linked up with him. I was like, oh, like can I just? I was trying to commission for some like graphic design work, and I was like, oh, I got this like brand called CEASETOEXIST I want to work on. Yada yada yada. And he was like after a while, just talking for like I think 2 hours, he's just like, why don't I just hop on it with you instead of just like
Mhm.
us doing it separately? And
Mm.
then CEASETOEXIST was born that day.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So he's part of the CEASETOEXIST team.
yeah, yeah. He's a co-owner. Yeah.
Is there anyone else on the team?
We recently just got my boy Ivan and my boy Reds. So Ivan is our social media manager slash like project manager, and Reds is our videographer
Mm.
for like it's for a project I can't disclose just yet, but
Okay.
he's just filming us for a while.
Okay. Stay
So
tuned.
how did you even get into designing clothes? That's what I want to know. Before the
Yeah.
brand. How'd you even get in there?
Oh my God. I'm not used to people asking me these questions. I'm usually just like
You're here, so get used to it now.
distracting people and like talking about other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not
Like,
at coffee. You can't do that this time.
oh no, you sure?
Mm.
What if I just turn around and be like, oh, what's your favorite color? Oh my God.
So designing.
Damn. I mean, I was always into like fashion when I was a kid because like I'm the only boy out of like six girls. Yeah, I got a big family.
Eesh.
Like for a while I was the only boy, so like I couldn't wear my sister's hand-me-down clothes and everything because they were too big for me, and like you know what I mean? Like I don't look too good in a dress, you know what I mean? Some people might look good in a dress, but I'm not, you know? But so my mom was always buying me like new boy clothes and always like put like a grandiose focus on like looking good when you go outside, because it's like a matter of like not just presenting yourself but representing our entire family when you go outside.
Okay.
If you look good, you know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
if I looked busted,
Mm.
it's like
It's reflecting on everybody, not just you.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my mom just really, I don't know, she felt like some type of way about that. She'd rather us look better than her. You know what I mean? So yeah, she just like put a lot of focus on that, and then I feel like I've told you guys this story before.
I don't
No.
think
No?
you did.
No, you haven't.
Was I just distracting you guys the entire time?
You
while we were
really
doing that?
Maybe,
were.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, so my mom like put a focus on that, and like her favorite brands were like FUBU, et cetera, et cetera. So like I always like talking about like wearing FUBU, et cetera, et cetera. And then I went to go play basketball. Like I think I was like 9 or something like that, or like 9 or 7. And I was at like my local community center. I was playing basketball. I went to go drink some water, and then like my guidance counselor or whatever was like, "Oh, you're wearing like FUBU," and I was like, "She's like, you're wearing Forest Bias," and I was like, "No, like this is FUBU. What do you mean, shorty? Like you're a fool. You know what I mean? Like stop playing with me." And then she's like, "No, it's Forest Bias. That's what it stands for." And then like that blew my little 7-year-old / 9-year-old mind. I was like, yo, I was like, clothes can have meaning and concepts. Yo, no way. You know, they could be an art form. You know what I'm saying? So like after that, I just really got into like fashion shows and like actually like discovering the meaning behind certain pieces and why they're made a certain way, or like just the brand history sometimes too. So a couple of years passed by, still focused on fashion, and then I found my first mentor at 16, and she taught me. She's like a beautiful, beautiful French woman, nice, sweet mom. She brought me to her crib, introduced me to her husband, her daughter, and then she just taught me to sew, you know, and then
That's so cute.
I know, right? It was like super wholesome. Like she's the best. We had family dinners, dude. I was like, oh my God. Her husband is like studied music like in a traditional sense, and he plays like lutes. So he has just like collections of like lutes on the wall. You don't know what a lute is?
I don't think I know what a lute is.
You know, in like medieval times, like it's like a medieval guitar.
Oh.
You know when like the gestures are
Oh.
like,
Yes.
you know what I
Oh,
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I can see
Interesting.
the shape in my head
yeah,
now.
yeah. So yeah, just
Wow.
he was just like, come here, come here, come here, and I'm like in the middle of sewing. He's like, come here, come here. I come and he's like, yo, check this out, and he's like showing me like goat bagpipes and like playing and everything. I'm like, this is amazing. He's like, and like he knows I'm from the Caribbean islands, so he's like, oh, come, like look at this, and like there's like what's it called, like steel pans,
Okay.
like with
Oh.
like it's like a Caribbean thing, and like
yeah,
people are-
yeah. I
I'm
know
like,
what you mean.
dude, you're tapped in.
Is it not
you know
steel
what I mean?
drums? Is not
They're
what it's
still
called?
drums, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I'm like, you know, so she taught
Damn.
me everything I knew,
Wow.
and then yeah, fast forward a couple of years, I picked up another mentor,
Mm.
and you know, ever since then, just been doing.
How
Clothes,
have
whatever.
those mentor impacted you and your artistry?
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's a really good one. Was that on there last
No.
time?
No,
that's
that was on
not
the spot.
there.
That was off the
Yo,
dome.
yeah.
somewhere.
Oh
Off
my
dome.
goodness gracious. Yo, you're cooking
Sometime.
right now. I didn't expect this.
I can't.
What? What's so?
Oh my god.
You guys are. What are you crying? You guys giggling for? Oh my god, am I some sort of joke? I'm glad this is a visual episode so
This
the
is-
audience can see
uh,
how much you guys are laughing at me
I
right
have
now.
water on my
We're not
chin. This is
laughing
not
at
normal.
you.
What was the question again?
How the mentors.
Impacted your artistry.
I'd say my first mentor, she taught me a lot about like just technical skills and like the technical know-how of like sewing and like pattern making and et cetera, et cetera. So that was really huge for me in a sense where like I was just a dumb 16-year-old kid that didn't like, I was like, oh, like I like the way the like red hits this, you know what I mean? But I didn't know how to like put together like a pair of pants or anything, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like the fact that she took like a year out of her life to like show me while she was still working a job and everything, and like so that really taught me a lot. And she taught me a lot, like a couple of the ins and outs about like how to operate and get like manufacturing and how like just the standards, the industry
Okay.
standards.
Mhm.
And then my second mentor, as like he taught me more about like upholding a certain level of quality to your work and like not compromising. So it's like when I first met him, like the first thing he said was like the first like the quote he's known for is like image is everything, image is everything, image is everything, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it, and then at the end of the day when all else fails, sex sells.
Interesting.
Yeah, right. And yeah, like he just taught me like so much about again standards and quality and like not compromising with people when you're like hiring them to do a certain like level of work or even just production or your clothes, like never compromise, you know? So he taught me a lot about that. But in terms of like pure artistry and like concepts, I kind of just learned that through just interacting with several different people, not necessarily my mentors.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like yes, you can have people that are like your mentors or whatever, but like as you interact with people, they kind of mentor you in different ways.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
for sure. Yeah, like I totally learned from like a lot of different people, like my mom, my friends. Like,
What's the most unexpected lesson that you've learned that impacted your artistry from someone?
that's a loaded question. Oh my god.
Take it how you
Oh
wanna
my,
take
you're
it.
cooking. Oh my god, you're just like. Oh my god, you're shooting like 4 for 4. What was the question again?
What's the most unexpected lessons you've learned from someone that impacted your artistry?
I would say. I know this sounds super corny, but like enjoying the journey. That sounds so corny, I know, but like
I mean,
like going through like several different paths in my life, like let's take the show for example.
okay.
Like it was the most tired I've ever been, the most like hungry, the most financially like in pain I've ever been, but it was the most like fulfilling time of my entire life. Like I'm not talking about one like I was walking, I was like, oh hi, like oh my god, the end of the show, like all the applause, like during that whole journey of like coming into the studio super tired and like looking at my friend Malachi super tired while we're working, like looking back, like that was like the happiest moments of my life. You know what I mean? Like just appreciating that whole journey and like being able to interact with the models and meeting them for the first time, like that was super beautiful to me. Yeah,
it's fulfilling when a designer gets to put on their first show. It's like a surreal experience almost. I can imagine. Yeah,
no, I was also super fortunate that like usually with fashion shows they cast the models like a week before the show.
Okay.
I cast them like a couple months, like 2 months beforehand.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's just more the fact that like we wanted to make sure everybody was the right fit, and like there was, since the Biodome's such a like a hard thing to get a hold of in terms of rehearsals.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure we had extra time beforehand to get those rehearsals in like sporadically, you know?
I see.
But I was super fortunate that like those people were like mad interesting and super caring and giving. Like I know their like favorite bag of chips, like their favorite color, their shoe sizes, like what video games they like to play. Like I'm super fortunate that I was surrounded by those people.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I think like being a designer is such an interesting like specific artistry, like specifically in fashion, because a lot of our time is spent by ourselves almost. Like the production, like designing, like a lot of that is spent like by ourselves, and then there's not really a time of like transition between being by yourself and then like being with people. Yeah, it's like by yourself and boom, you're like with a group of people.
No, for sure.
How did you deal with like that transition? Because for me it's hard.
I mean, I like talking to people.
That's
like
true.
I really enjoy like new faces, new people, like I just enjoy talking to people. So I don't think it's like a hard transition for me. It's like super natural. Like again, I grew up with like a big family. You know what I mean? Like I have 8 brothers and sisters. You know, so it's like that house got packed. You know, so like again, like having all those models, like 19 models come in and like all have different personalities, and like being able to get to know them. Like, oh, Jerome, their favorite bag of chips is like Miss Vicky's dill pickle, and their favorite color is baby blue. You know what I mean? Like that's like super interesting to know about. And like Tasha, like she's like playing on her Nintendo Switch, and I'm like, oh, like what video game you're playing? She's playing Hades on her Nintendo Switch. And I'm like, that's amazing. Like, you know what I mean? I get to interact with all these people, and I'm so fortunate to like know about their lives and like all these cool people. And I'm just like a nerd in like a studio. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really like a hard transition for me at all.
Okay. Yeah. Would you consider yourself a naturally extroverted person?
I don't know. Do you think so?
I mean,
we hung out at a cafe. Would you know? Like,
yeah, I think you're extroverted.
I think you are. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
What if I'm like secretly like I go home and I'm like, all this talking.
Drained.
I'm like,
I mean,
I can't believe they asked me about the fashion show.
Oh my.
What if I'm secretly like that, you know?
I'm looking like that though.
I was about to say.
I like go home and like, yo,
having like a mental breakdown because someone asked you your favorite color.
Maybe
you know
not a mental breakdown. But
no,
I'm like, god damn, like I can't.
Today drained me. That's how
today drained me. That's me. Or sometimes I have to like mentally prepare myself. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I see that because like I'd be talking and chatting, and you're like, oh my god, like this guy does not shut up. Oh my goodness.
No, I think you're interesting.
Oh yeah,
you are.
Yeah.
I mean, if we didn't think so, we wouldn't have you on here. So.
Oh wow, I'm so like lucky and fortunate.
Why did you want to do the fashion show at the Biodome?
Yeah. Of all places.
Why not?
That's fair.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I just like the architecture. Like I really, really like the architecture, and like while I was going through like building the project and like the ideation, the conceptualization and everything, like organizing my thoughts, I was really struggling to look for a venue.
Okay. Like
I was thinking like Club Soda, but I really wanted my debut, like all my shows, I want them to be very interesting. Like one of my favorite designers in terms of like set design for his fashion shows is Alexander McQueen. all his fashion shows. Oh my god, the set design.
I could see
Have you
that.
seen any of them?
I have, yeah.
Dude,
I
they're
get what you mean.
gorgeous. This like, in my opinion, no one really does it like him anymore. You know what I mean? Now it's just like, oh, here's the clothes, you stupid idiots. Like them. You know what I mean? But back in, it was like a whole storyline. Like you really felt the passion and energy behind them.
One set design I loved. I don't remember which collection it was, but it was for one of Parris's shows, and they had like these like stairs, and there was like a freaking chorus. Like it was like so much going on, but it was like so like nicely done.
Are you
and
talking
placed.
about
And it was like a white room, I think. I don't remember which fashion show it was.
I was thinking about the Black History Month one where like
It might have been
everybody's
that.
like coming on like someone's like coming on like a peanut butter jar and
There
like,
was that fashion show, but it was not for that one.
okay,
It
that
was a
one made me
different fashion
cry.
show.
I'm not gonna lie.
That was
one,
I didn't
that
see
was
that.
good.
that was no, it was
That
beautiful. Like
yeah.
obviously, like you can't wear any of the clothes are like haute couture. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There were like people coming on like peanut butter jars.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're all like representing like different things like Black people made throughout the history.
Inventions, yeah. Okay.
But like he had like 22 G's like performing, and he's like, I think it's 22 G's. I might be wrong, but he's like a drill rapper from New York. But like he has like
Okay.
an orchestra. There's like an orchestra playing, so it's like super elegant. Like he made drill rap sound so elegant and so like it
I
was
think-
like a whole live performance.
I think he does that often, like having the choruses and stuff, and
It's
like
beautiful,
a lot
dude.
of designers actually started doing that because of him and
Yeah.
took his set design, his concepts, and then put it into their stuff. But Pierre Moss, that's I need to find the show. It's a very specific one.
Yeah.
I have the image in my head. It's like for me is like the top
Oh yeah.
tier. Like I love
What's your
it so
guys'
much.
favorite fashion shows of all time?
Oh.
I don't think I have.
I
Now
don't
the
know
roles
that I
are
have
reversed.
one.
No, don't do that. Don't. You can't
No,
drill me with
I
5
don't-
questions and then
'Cause
expect.
the last one that I watched that I really enjoyed, it wasn't even about set design. It's just the way that it was filmed and the way that it was presented. But the last Mugler show really captivated
Oh
me.
my
yeah?
god, I'm so
Why?
sorry. I hate Mugler.
Really?
Their shows. I can't. I hate it so bad. I hate it.
Really?
This has been
What don't
sitting
you
in
like about it?
This has been sitting in my heart for so long. Their campaigns, I hate them. Their campaigns, I hate. Their fashion shows can't
Have
like
you mentioned this before? Like,
I have not.
oh my, okay.
the fashion show where Zue was in, I could not even watch the full thing. I saw a few minutes. I was like,
Oh
"Okay,
yeah, it was that one.
I could not. I just feel like I know that Mugler was a very like theatrical kind of designer. I understand that,
Mhm.
but I think it was done in a way that was like,
Captivating.
yeah, this feels so gimmicky to me, and so
Okay.
like,
But that's what every like I feel like a lot of new age like designers are. Like they teach that in fashion school.
Well, it would make sense that that's the perception that you're getting now because like he's passed on, so it's a different creative director who's
I
taking
know,
over
but
now,
still, like, it's
which
just,
happens a lot.
I feel like when I think of Mugler, like if you look at like some of the looks that like Cardi B has worn, like his archive stuff,
Yeah.
it's like so
Lady Gaga, too.
beautiful. Like Lady Gaga, even Kim,
Yeah.
like some of the stuff, it's like
Yes.
so
Yeah,
beautiful,
sure.
you
They
know.
have worn
And
some
it's
insane
I feel
shit.
like his focus was like making women feel beautiful.
yeah.
Mhm.
And when I
empowered,
watch
yeah.
the shows, I'm like, what is this? I don't like it
yeah.
at all.
I don't know. It's a shame when designers or creative directors who have been at a house for so many years pass on and the baton gets passed to somebody who just doesn't do it justice after.
I guess, but like that just happens with everything.
It
like-
happens a lot, but I'm hoping that it's not going to be the case for Off-White because there is a new guy in now.
Oh, he just did
who's-
his last show.
Yeah, I liked that one.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was like honestly for like coming after Virgil, his first
Yeah.
show. Not bad.
It was
I'm not
not-
mad at it. It's
it
not
was
the
not
best.
bad
It
at
wasn't.
all.
It wasn't the best. It wasn't like, oh my god, like you're inventing the wheel.
Yeah,
you know what
no,
I mean?
it wasn't all
But it was
that.
like, oh, that's like pleasant to see. Like I didn't hear any bad comments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was just hearing a lot of more commentary about the fact that he was including like a lot of like Afrocentric or like Afrofuturism.
But that's his
elements, I
style.
guess. Yeah.
That's his style. You know what I mean? Like you can see that in a lot of his like editorials,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
like, days and stuff.
But
you
I
know?
like that he's incorporating that into Off-White because I feel like that's not something that we saw very often.
Yeah,
I mean,
even
they
his
did
color schemes too. Like
they did the Kente cloth. No, that was not Off-White. Virgil did that, but it was not for Off-White.
Louis?
Yeah, hated it.
his two other.
I'm sorry. I every time I think about Virgil, I think about that Kente cloth like fashion show thing.
Uh-huh.
I was like, what is this? Please, no,
Oh.
don't like it.
You're not a fan of Virgil?
Honestly, okay, this is my thing.
Oh, it's getting controversial. here.
Before
Oh my
we
God.
continue, may he rest in peace. But
Yeah.
yes, continue.
I think like what he's done is super respectable. I'm
Mhm.
never
Yeah.
gonna knock him for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay. But there's some things that he's done that I'm like, sir.
No, for
Like,
sure.
what was it? It was like, I think it was like during Black History Month or something. What? There was something that he did, and everyone was like, what?
Everybody was talking about, but I know what you're talking
Oh,
about. But
I know what
forget
you're talking about
it
when he
is now.
donated like $5 or $50 to like a black don't like
Something like that.
foundation.
And I was like,
and everyone's like, yo, aren't you like a millionaire? Like, and he was like, oh, like
yeah.
Black Lives Matter, and he donated like $50, and people were like, and like he posted on his store, and people were
I
like,
think
that's unbelievable.
I
Like, you're a
remember
There's
millionaire.
some, was it like a
that.
shirt that he did with a? I don't remember exactly.
There
what
was
it
a
but
shirt
it
too
just-
at some point,
yeah.
but
He was
I
getting
was-
clowned. He was
I
getting
just
too, like-
remember the story going around, and I just remember seeing that and being like, now, stink.
But
What?
like, I
the,
feel
the
like
memes were funny though, where people are like, "Oh, keep it to Virgils," and it's like 25 cents each. You know what I mean? Like, it's super.
that was so funny.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that he presented himself as being like this pro-Black person.
Yeah.
Mm,
But I think like people translated it in that way.
yeah.
Well,
So
I mean, he
it was
one of the first. Like,
yeah. So it was like shocking to see like him do something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I
Fair
feel like
enough.
if you're not someone that like is presenting yourself as being like pro-Black and people like view you as that, like you might have to think about your marketing and how
Yeah,
like you're
for
being
sure.
perceived.
Yeah.
So like that's the one thing that kind of like throws me off, because like, yeah, maybe he didn't come and it's like, yeah, I'm super pro-Black, that's not the third, but you're also not denying it, or like you're not really changing your perception and how people see you.
For sure.
So like that's the thing that rubs me the wrong way with him.
I mean, he also did open up a lot of gates for a lot
That's
of people.
but that's
like,
why I'm just like,
True.
I can't knock him because
Yeah,
like he did so
yeah.
much
He's
for
very-
people.
Yeah. Like,
And I
he-
know that like a lot of, especially like young Black designers, they look up to him a lot, and I understand.
Not even just Black
why.
designers, like rappers too.
Yeah.
Like, look at like, you know, Lucky.
Yeah.
Like, he
Mm.
posted Lucky in like I think like 2015 or something like that, 2014, and like he reposted him, and like I remember, I think Lucky posted a tweet about him after he passed, and he's like, "Yo, bro, like I appreciate you for like putting me on," because like he was playing his music in his stores, and then one day like I think he was outside a store in like New York or something like that, and like Lucky came up to him, he's like, "Yo, like I appreciate you for like posting me on your store, like you really
Mm.
gave me a lot of like attention," and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, yo, let's get a pic in," and they took a picture, and he posted on his story right after that. He didn't
Yeah.
have to do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's like super
That's
humble.
why I can never knock the guy,
Yeah.
for sure.
But some
like,
of the designs
some
were
of
ass though.
some of the designs I'm like, oh, but like it's like one of those things. I mean, I guess I've said it publicly now, but like it's one of those things that like I would not have said like publicly.
Oh,
Like,
I used to say it all the time. I used to be like, yo, he did more good than bad, but like he did do some bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where he
Mm.
stole some designs. He
Yeah.
did steal designs. Like
That is
cook me for
very
that.
True.
Yeah, like
it's
Mm.
it's
it
like,
doesn't change the
yeah.
fact that like he did great things, but he did steal designs nonetheless. You know what I mean?
him
It's like
and a
a-
bunch
it's-
of other high-end brands.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I was just watching looking at Sean John archive,
Mm.
and like I looked at like their 2001 fall winter like collection. I seen one outfit. There was just like this viral moment like a couple of months ago where like someone was wearing like a pair of like shorts and like boots, and they were like fluffing their jacket. I was like, that's the same exact look, like bit for bit
Yeah.
from that show, you know?
I can't remember if it was Louis Vuitton or if it was Gucci who had done the same thing to Dapper Dan's collection like years ago.
Mhm.
But I remember when that came out and I was just like, ugh,
It happens all the time,
Yeah,
man. You know what I
like,
mean?
come on now.
But he did pay a homage to a lot of people.
Mhm.
Like even though
Yeah.
it was ugly, I remember he did like I don't know if you guys know the rap group Dipset.
No.
Yeah.
Well, but like with the like Jules Santana, Cameron, and Jim Jones.
Yeah, the name is
Oh,
like very
Yeah,
familiar.
so
Okay.
like they basically always wore like fitteds with like do-rags underneath, and like the
Yeah.
strings would hang down, and he basically remade that into like a Louis hat.
Mm.
Interesting.
2-pack of ass. It was the worst. But like I respect the
I
fact that
feel
like
like
he
I saw those like on like in street fashion
terrible,
after.
terrible. People are clowning him for it, but I do respect the fact that like he paid homage to
Homage
like
To
to
these
it.
people,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, I appreciate that the homage and stuff like that. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily think the execution is always done well,
But
like in my
sometimes he does
opinion.
it really well too.
But sometimes he does it well.
Like
you
when
know?
he did I think it was 2018, don't quote me on this, fall winter, where like he had like the New York set design. Like it was like
I
a
feel-
whole
I
New
feel like
York
I've seen it.
street, and like the
I feel like
it
I've
he
seen
had like
it.
Michael Jackson references. He had like glowing shoes. Like
Yeah.
he had like Shaq West in the show. There's people like doing backflips and everything, and then like to like top it all off, like the musicians came down. He was like walking down the street, and like as he's stepping, like each like brick had like lighting like tiles, like
Mm.
some Michael Jackson stuff, and I was like,
Mm.
that's
Oh, okay.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And then he comes out, like, you know, usually like designers come on, they run and like, oh hi, like he comes
And
out
then
of a
they leave.
barber shop, dude. He comes out of like a little barber shop out the set. I'm like, dude, that's amazing. Like he just killed the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He did amazing things.
Who's your
man.
favorite designer?
Yeah. Of all time.
Talking about luxury or like streetwear?
Could be either one. Could be both. The world's your oyster.
Can we get back to that one? I don't
Sure.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite designer?
Mine?
I feel like I know what you're gonna say, and I know it's gonna piss me off. But go ahead.
I know what you think I would have said, but
I have an idea.
I know you think it's a French brand.
I think I know it's a European brand.
For a while, I would have said Saint Laurent.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
You do not seem like a Saint Laurent type of person.
Trust me, she is.
Where's this coming out of?
Trust
Like,
me, she is.
For a while, I would have said either Saint Laurent or Dior for like a hot minute there. But now I don't know. Like I don't. For a while, yes, because I liked what they were putting out. Now though, I'm a lot more invested and interested in what American designers are putting out more than they are. So I'd say as of right now, Laquan Smith. Like I love everything that he puts out.
Yeah.
is this brand called Laquan Smith?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Who's your favorite designer?
Oh, it's not easy, eh? It's not that. It's
No,
not
no,
that
no,
easy,
no.
huh?
I do like Elia Emil. That's like, I think they're from Amsterdam. I like it's like my aesthetic, black, gray.
Are those the people that did the fire suit thing?
I think, and I
Like,
hated that. Oh my god,
So
I hated it.
gimmicky.
I
So
hated it.
gimmicky.
I was
Dude,
like-
this is for TikTok, bro. Like this is so totally
I was
for like
so
clicks and
annoyed
views.
because I actually genuinely really like their designs.
I was
but
disappointed.
I
I was
was-
just
I was-
disappointed in that.
I was very disappointed.
But,
I didn't
like,
like that.
A lot of shows are like
yeah,
that now.
but
like,
I love their designs. Like outside
Yeah.
of that, I really like their brand.
Yeah.
There's this brand from Israel. I can't remember. Or I feel like I'm gonna like mispronounce the name. I will get back. Like when I remember the name, I'll let you guys know. But there's like a few, and there's also I think they're called Rocher. It's like a Caribbean brand.
oh, Boteur.
But yes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
owned by a husband and his wife.
Yeah.
I'm really
I
trying to
think
be
they're
like that.
married?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were
I'm really trying to be like that. That's like
I thought
goals,
they,
dude.
I thought they were just like like friends or like
no,
whatever. Oh my
they're
God,
so
they're
a husband, a hubby, and
and
a
also
wife.
they were a co-director for that French brand. What's the name? They were both
It's like
designed.
20 French brands.
More than that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What's
wow,
the
you really
name?
narrowed it down.
Hold on. I'm gonna remember. Damn, it's like a woman's name. It was for the
French.
women's collection. It's for the name.
A French brand that's a woman's name?
Yeah.
That really narrows it down.
Isabelle Marant?
We solved the case, guys.
No. I need to find that out. because
I
it's gonna
appreciate the
bother me.
fact that they're like a hubby and a wife, you know.
A French
There's only a
brand,
couple
but it's a
brands that
woman's
do that.
name.
Yeah.
Céline?
No. Sorry, guys. I need to find that out because it's gonna bother me.
I'm really trying to think.
No.
It's not Chanel.
Okay, his name is Rishimi, the guy, and then the girl's name is Lizzie or Lissy, whatever. What the hell? How do I not remember that? It's gonna piss me off. It was for Nina Ricci. Is that French?
That is not French.
Why did I think it
Also-
was French? Why did I think it was French? Okay, that was not French. But anyways, they were
it
also
would maybe be Italian.
they were also creative director for that brand, and I really like what they did. I don't think they still are.
Do you
Oh
like-
no, you're right. Nina Ricci Paris.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I'm saying. It's French brand. I
Damn.
knew what the fuck I was saying. Okay.
My bad.
Well, yeah, they also did some work for that brand. And
They're
I
kind
really-
of gimmicky too, though.
The Butera.
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
with the condom hands, the condom water hand thingy.
I see what you mean. I see
Yeah,
what you mean.
they had like so basically they're Caribbean focused brand, right?
Yeah.
So they wanted to like incorporate the water and the sea in the ocean
Yeah,
with their
okay. 'Cause,
design. So they
yeah.
had like people wear like condoms
Yeah.
basically
Uh,
and fill them with like water and then like
Yeah.
color the water. So it's like really ocean blue
okay.
It
type.
was
And
kind
they're
of
like
cool.
it's cool, but,
but
it's
it's kinda
gimmicky. Like,
like-
you've seen it all over the Instagram, like
But
all over Instagram and like TikTok and
I
everything.
really like the premise of the brand to bring awareness to like the environmental issues
For sure.
that are happening in the Caribbeans and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I feel like there's a lot of stuff like because of the brand I wanted to educate myself more on,
For sure.
especially coming from the Caribbeans.
Yeah. It's very rare you see like high end brands like
that do that. Exactly.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like when I seen
But-
that, I was like, "Oh, and you're a hubby and a wife? Oh my god!"
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
But I really like how they film their fashion shows too.
Mm.
Like I like the drone
cool.
thing. I really
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
cool.
And even like Era, I really like the way that they film their fashion shows. Their clothing is not always my favorite thing because
Yeah.
it's just not my style in general.
Yeah,
But I understand the aesthetic. I understand what they're
Mhm.
doing. You
Yeah.
know, I can appreciate it.
did I ever show you guys the video for the show?
You did
No.
not.
No.
Are you gonna show us after?
Yeah, after. I got you. I got
Okay.
you. I got the final edited.
We need to
version.
move on to more questions because we've skipped so many at this
I
point. I, feel
know.
like. Okay.
Oh, what are some things you wish you knew before starting?
Oh, we're back
I
to
was
me.
about-
Yeah,
we're back to
you.
What are some things I would like?
You wish you knew before
Before
you
you
started.
began.
I feel like most people's answer would be like, "Oh, like how hard it would be." Yada yada. I know how hard this joint would be. Oh my god,
Mm.
like, more dedication to listening to my gut. Listening to my gut.
Mm.
Yeah. I feel like when I was like younger, I'm 22. Like I'm acting like I'm like 40 or something. But I really wish I listened to my gut a
Mm.
lot at the beginning in terms of like who I work with, how I operate, and like just like certain decisions I didn't feel right about in
Mm.
terms of like choosing this over like what I feel like in my gut.
What you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
I think I would go back and tell myself to like really trust my gut.
Okay.
You know?
That's fair. I always say all I have is my gut.
Yeah,
'cause
So one thing about me, I will listen to my gut.
yeah,
Oh,
at
damn
the end
right.
of the day, we're all tastemakers. So like, why don't you just follow your taste?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
But also sometimes it's not just like your taste. It's also like being true to like your values and things like
Yeah.
that. Because it also follows to like the business sides of things, right?
For sure. It's not just like it's not more about like my values. It's more about like, okay, I probably shouldn't have like. I felt like this person wasn't gonna get the job done correctly.
Mm.
I should have listened to my gut instead of like being like, no, I'm gonna give them a chance. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, kind of sucks. But you live and you learn. You know what I
I
mean?
know exactly what you're. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm more so curious about this one, but apart from designing the pieces that you had in the collection, what has been the process like working with or towards the brand, like the branding process of creating Cease to Exist?
I don't even think I understand what you just asked, dude.
Just walk us through like the branding process apart from just designing the clothes,
Yeah.
like creating the brand in itself.
Oh, like the ecosystem and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I kind of just do what I like what I enjoy and like what I
Okay.
grew up doing, you know what I mean? So like in terms of like ads, campaigns, it's whatever I grew up on and like I like. So obviously like I'm an African American individual, you know what I mean? I
Mhm.
like to think so, you know what I mean? Double check, you know. So I grew up around like a lot of like North American media and stuff like that. So like
Mhm.
watching like my favorite rappers growing up, or like even like the stuff my dad used to teach me like about certain music videos, etc., etc. I feel like I take a lot from that. So whenever I do branding, anything, I just look towards what I liked as a kid or even now,
Mm.
and just do my research about that and just kind of come up with things on my own. Yeah.
Mm.
It's more I just follow my gut, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like if I think it's really really cool, and like at the end of the day I'm a showman, so I know how to
Yeah.
grab people's attention. You know
True.
what I mean?
Mm. What do you
So-
think makes a good tastemaker?
Did I just teach you that word? I feel like you never used that. Wasn't in your vocabulary. I feel like that wasn't in your vocabulary.
Wow, you're underestimating
Damn.
me.
I'm just saying. Not a lot of people say tastemaker. You know
That's
what I
crazy.
mean?
We literally in the no diploma episode. I'm pretty sure we said that a couple of times.
I think we did.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen.
Anyways.
I'm gonna find.
I
I'm gonna
remember.
find it. If I don't find it, I'm gonna call you back.
Okay,
All right.
you know where to find me. Like,
I crash in the middle of a podcast. I'm like, oh, great here. I listened to all like the entire podcast episode. What makes a good tastemaker?
Yes.
Mhm.
I'd say having a very clear and defined vision of what you like and being able to execute that well. I think that, because like no matter who you are, if you have really, really good taste, it's not even about having good taste. If you can like effectively communicate what you have in your head, like into reality, extremely, extremely well, then like it shouldn't be a problem in terms of people like consuming that. There's niches for everything. Like, so
True.
mhm.
you know what I mean? It's just all about how you execute it well at a certain point, you know? So I think being able to understand your vision well, because like some people like might have similar visions to you, but you might have a very clear and revised like vision of what you want to put out instead of like, here's a perfect example. Like, have you ever met someone where they're like, oh, I want to do like this crazy fashion show, right? And you're like, okay, what's this fashion show about? And they're like, I don't know, but like we're gonna have like this here and this here, and like there's no like structure to what they have, but they have like
An idea.
but it's not clearly refined, or like they have no idea how to execute it properly, so like it can be consumed by someone properly.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really important, because like I feel like a lot of people are like super like artistic. Everybody's artistic at the end of the day, but it's about being able to present like what you want to portray in a digestible way that like you're not fans, because that sounds like super egotistical, but like supporters. Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
word. Your supporters can consume it properly and actually understand what you're thinking. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I can take my notebook and show it to anybody, and they're like, "The fuck does ice cream with baby butts mean?" You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that you say that, because I've had so many conversations with people, and I'm like, honestly, one thing I've realized with like anyone that does anything artistic, talent really does not matter. Like that might be like maybe 10% of what matters, but the biggest thing is really like knowing how to execute an idea properly, you know, and like actually having like a structure of knowing like, okay, I need to start like this and then I do this, and having some sort of like, you know, thank God I have that.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, you do still have to have somewhat a bit of a talent.
Yeah,
you know
but I don't
Sure.
think like, for example, when people see my work, they're like, "Oh my God, you're so talented." I'm like, honestly, the talent part is really like a little
20%.
bit.
It's
like
a minuscule thing.
I
Like it's
really,
the hard work and dedication. The iron
yeah,
will to,
like I don't necessarily think I'm particularly talented.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't really describe myself as being talented, but something I do have is knowing how to execute an idea and how to communicate to other people. This is what I need you to do.
Would you think that's a talent though? Would that count as a talent?
I think it's a skill, because
Yeah.
I think it's something that
yeah,
you
it is
can
definitely a skill.
you can develop.
Yeah.
You know, I think like talent is something that you just have.
Yeah.
That's
Does that
true.
make sense?
That's
Yeah.
true.
Like obviously you can develop a talent. Like there's some things that you need. Like for example, singing.
Yeah.
Maybe you already have a nice voice and you need to like develop the skill of singing.
Yeah.
But you already
exactly.
have like the foundation, I guess.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. Yeah.
But some people, they might not necessarily have the talent, but because they have the how to execute an idea properly
Yeah.
and knowing how to communicate to other people, this is what
Yeah.
I need you to do for this to work,
Yeah.
then they can go a lot further than someone who has
For
talent.
sure. I think that's why like people like Virgil Abloh were so like important and like really made a name for themselves.
True.
You know what I mean? Like he didn't even study fashion.
Yeah, I think he studied like what,
He studied
architecture?
architecture.
Yeah.
You know, he did study like with Fendi for like 3 years or something like that afterwards when he was like hanging with Kanye. But he wasn't even studying fashion.
Yeah.
But he was able to communicate like an idea super well and execute it flawlessly. You know what I mean?
Loads of designers don't end up studying fashion at all.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure. Like Raf Simons.
Yeah.
Raf Simons, he was architecture too. he started under Walter for a bit, and then like he didn't want to do fashion.
Yeah.
People were pushing him to do fashion. He was like, I don't want to do this. And then I think he seen a Margiela show, and he was like, okay, I think I might do this fashion thing. I think I might try this. You know?
Yeah. So I really like that you said that. Great minds think alike.
Yes.
I like your chain.
Thank you.
Are you a rapper?
Yeah, dude. I'd be rapping or something. You
Thick
know?
ass.
I
thick
told
ass
you the
chain
rappers and like my biggest inspiration. So like, are you surprised I have like a chain that like hangs down to like my belly button?
wasn't-
You know
I
what
wasn't
I
I'm
mean?
not
shocked when I
surprised at
saw it.
all.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm trying to think of what other question we should ask.
Wow, did we run through all the questions?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. That's the thing.
So I want to know about this one. So can you talk to us about the business side of starting a design brand or designer brand? Outside of like designing and running
Planning
a
and
show and
making,
whatever,
yeah.
but like the grants, the finding a manufacturer, the networking, the branding, the marketing, all those stuff. Like how does that work in your brain?
So I like to think I have like a very entrepreneurial spirit. You know what I mean? Like I was like selling candy at my locker in like elementary school for like toonies and
Of
stuff
course
like
you
that.
were.
Yeah, literally. I'm not even playing.
Of
He
course
looks
you
like
were.
the
I
type of
came
kid who
home.
would
I
have
You
came
look like the
home like
type.
every 2 weeks with like $200. I'm not
Oh
even
my
playing.
God.
I'm not even. I'm not
That's
even
actually
playing.
a lot of money for off
That
of
is a
candy.
lot of
I know-
money.
Guess what I bought with those?
What?
Jordans. I was buying Jordans and stuff. Like I bought a pair of Jordans and like I'd save the rest for like
Why
later
am I
and
not
everything.
surprised?
But-
Just know if you ever went to elementary school with Paris, you contributed to a first pair of Jordans at some point.
dude. Yeah,
That's
man.
crazy.
I was selling candy on my. Even in high school, I was selling candy on my locker and everything.
We had a couple people that tried doing that at my high school, but
No,
They
they were
got stopped
bozos.
real
They
quick.
couldn't keep up. They couldn't keep up. I was really out here. Like, I had fiends. I was playing basketball on lunch. I was like, people would come like, yo, like, do you have any like gummy bears? You have any gummy worms? I'm like, yo, bro. Like, I used to. I'm
it's like
yo,
drugs.
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
What
bro.
is
Like,
this?
leave me alone. Like, I'm trying to ball up. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, like, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait until like the end of the day. I'm like, yo, just meet me at the end of the day. And they're like, no. I was like, all right, bro, guys, like, hold the game. I'll be back.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
That's like drug dealing for real.
Yeah, dude. It was bad. It was
So
really
funny.
bad. But it was like if you couldn't get a part-time, like I didn't have a part-time job for like a chunk of like my high school.
Okay.
I was just making money off of candy, dude.
That's insane.
I was just making money off of candy, bro, from like grade 7 to like grade 10.
This man was a juvenile hustler. That is nuts.
Yeah, dude. And like I was so cool with the teachers that like it was illegal, obviously, to like
Well,
not illegal, but it was like it's against school rules.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like I was so cool with the teachers. They would see me do it, and I'd be like, bro, like, I'm just trying to make a little something, and they're like, all right, stop, like, get out of here. You know what I mean? Like, all right, bet. You know?
I'm
okay. So
screaming.
you had that already when it came to money making standpoint.
For sure,
but then,
for sure. And I'm also a cheap bastard. I'm super cheap. Yeah. Like I'm dumb cheap. So what's so funny? How's that negative? I feel like you guys are laughing because it's like a negative thing to say.
Just-
Being cheap is
no,
not.
it's
Hey,
'cause-
look, that's how you throw fashion shows at the Biodome, all right?
I mean,
No, it's because I thought about this tweet that I saw, and I'm just like,
What? Say it now.
what was it? Did you send it to me?
probably did, but this guy on Twitter, people.
Oh my god!
Crying,
No,
dude.
we talked about this.
This guy on
We
Twitter
did
said
talk
that
about
like,
this, the date.
yeah, his best dates have been like at the park with cheap wine,
On
and
a
the
bench.
way people like
Clown him.
show.
Including us.
This is on Twitter, eh?
Yes.
Yo, Twitter's a cesspool though. Like they're just
That
the wild,
was-
wild west. You can't do anything good there, bro. Like you can't do anything.
I was like, oh my
I hate Twitter, dude. I have to stay off of Twitter
No,
because.
but also like, why? Like, do
No,
better.
People were like,
But he was probably being like super genuine. He was like, "Oh, like they probably had a great time, not because."
No,
like,
but he also made an emphasis in the comments after being like, it has to be cheap wine.
I think it's just the way that he
Okay,
worded
okay,
it
okay.
that was kind of like, okay.
Like, you're just making yourself sound broker by the second at this point. Like, there's just no.
This is why I
No,
hate
no,
Twitter,
honestly,
though,
no.
bro,
I
man.
honestly
Twitter's-
I understood what he was trying to
That's
say.
what I'm saying.
Uh.
Twitter's a bunch of bullies, dude. And I know you're like, oh wow, you're the only person that understood what he was trying to say. Everybody just wanted to pounce on this man. Everybody just wanted to clown him. I feel like
No,
people
I
hop on
just-
Twitter and they're just like, oh my
I-
god, like
I
I can't
understood
wait
what he
to
was
hurt
saying,
feelings.
But I
Yeah.
think like what people were like stuck on was the first date
Yeah.
and the fact that it
Yeah.
was cheap wine.
Yeah.
That's a
And
thing.
then I was
No,
like,
I get
I
it, I
get
get
that. You know what I mean? But anyways, so
But-
when you said I'm so cheap, I'm
No,
so
no, no,
cheap.
no,
That was the
I
first
will,
thought.
I will bring a beautiful lady, someone I really want to bring out on a
I'm
date.
sure you will.
On a
do.
yeah, I'm
nice date.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No
Like,
doubt about that.
I'm sure you do.
Where's the I feel like you guys are being super
No,
sarcastic
actually,
right now.
This is
Okay.
so genuine.
okay.
We've talked about this off camera. We know you would.
Wait,
Oh
what?
my-
What have we talked about?
We
Stuff?
talked about dates and whatever
right,
off
we did.
camera. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, he said ice cream.
Wow.
Hey, I'm sorry.
But that's
Jokes,
like
jokes.
on some casual stuff. Like
Yeah,
if we don't
I
have
know.
time, it's like, yo, let's just go get some ice cream, like quick. You know what I mean? Like,
I was just joking.
but like I'll still bring you. Like, I remember I wanted to, like my last date. I wanted to bring like this girl to like a Pitch Black restaurant.
Oh, you did tell us about this.
Yeah, see what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm telling you, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and then we ended up canceling because it was like she was hungry and I was hungry, and the resi was like too far ahead in the night. We're like, let's just go to this restaurant.
Okay.
But then I was late for the metro. Like, not late for the metro, but the metro was delayed. Like for like half an hour. I was like, yo, like I'm gonna be late for this date. Guess what I did?
What did you do?
I ran from Papineau to Chinatown.
You're insane. You could have just taken an Uber.
I was
No,
gonna say,
no,
convenience.
no. I ran. You wanna know
Wow.
why? Because I respect people's time. You know what I mean? I really appreciate
That's
that
a
day.
great quality to have.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
hope
Why
she
do you think I
appreciated
showed
it.
up early? Why do you think I showed up early here?
That is a very good quality. to
I
have.
hope
You
she
know what I'm
appreciated
saying?
that.
Yeah, no, she was just like, "Why you didn't have to run?" Like she's like, I was like, "Oh, like the metro's close. I'm gonna run." She's like, texted me. She's like, "You're like, ha 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 ha." I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sprinting, like
I
I'm
don't-
running.
I don't
and
know
she's like,
about running.
she texts, she's like, "You didn't actually run, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like I'm running." I'm like, "Yeah, I
would
am."
appreciate the sentiment, but then you're showing up on the date like essoufflé.
No. I was
sweaty.
chilling, dude.
Really?
I played rugby when I was in college, so
Oh,
like
you're
I have
fine.
like good stamina. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So like I was chilling, and it was in winter too. I was relaxing. You know what I mean?
Oh
I know
my
where your
God.
brain went.
This story gets better and better.
Oh
I
my
feel like
god.
I'm secretly getting clowned right now. Oh my god! Like
just
this
like-
is Twitter in real life right now, guys.
Okay. We were still on this question about
Oh, the entrepreneurial thing.
yes.
See how distracting I am? See how that just
Yeah.
led
Oh,
into
no,
like.
that you actually succeeded in that one. Okay.
I've been trying to be a good boy.
Yeah.
I was trying to
Yes.
be a good boy this entire time. I was trying not to distract you and
Yeah.
answer your questions well.
Okay, so yes, the business side. So grants, finding manufacturer,
Okay. Yes.
networking.
So yeah, I already had like a strong spirit about that.
Okay.
I originally wanted to be a businessman. I remember like I loved wearing suits as a kid, all this stuff. And what's so funny?
It's
Oh my
just like-
god, guys.
Everything you says, I'm like, am I surprised? And I'm like, actually,
No.
I'm not
That's
at all.
what people say. Like
You look
I-
like the type who
I
would sell
just-
candy.
I feel like I say
at
the most
school.
outlandish stuff, and people like they're like and they're like, actually, I could see that. Like that makes sense.
No,
I'm just like picturing like
little you
little you with your suit at school
selling
candy.
candy.
I have like Jordans on. I have like Jordans that aren't my size. They're like a half a
So
size
this-
up.
No, that us. This side we got the. You know what I mean?
I used bro, dead ass. I used to open up the lock and I used to just pull out a bag and be like, yo, this is what I got. This is what I got. Yo, here, $5.
And I'm
boom.
sure you were organized.
Yo, I had deals. I'm telling you. I was out here. I was really doing it big.
I believe you.
I was counting money. I was in hot.
Okay.
What?
Before we keep going on with this candy story, so you already had
Okay, yes,
you wanted to be a
yes,
businessman.
Yes. that's not my fault this
I'm
time.
sorry.
That's
I
not
know,
my
I know.
fault. All right.
You wanted to be a businessman originally when you were younger.
So I was going to like after high school, like I had to figure out where I was going for college, and like I knew I wanted to go to like a business program, not for the paper. Like I knew when I wanted to go to college, it wasn't to actually like people go to college for like diplomas and like degrees and all the paper, all that garbage. You know what I mean? Like I actually went there to like learn from my teachers and stuff. So I chose like John Abbott College, which is like far from me. I used to live in like LaSalle.
Oh God,
Dude,
yeah.
8 o'clock classes, I have to wake up at 5:30 every day.
To West Island. Eesh,
Yeah, every day. But I did it because like my teachers were like I researched it. Like all my teachers were like before I went to like college, all my teachers were millionaires. Like they all knew like their special. They all had their specialties in whatever they were teaching.
Okay.
Like they really knew their stuff, and like, so when I went to college, like they were actually, and they were super. Like I was super duper lucky, dude. Like most college teachers, they don't care about you. They're just trying to get like the lesson off and leave.
Yeah,
but they
true.
actually, like, if you asked them, pull them aside, hey, look, like I was wondering if I could do, like they would willingly try to get you internships, link you up with people, connect you with people, and like obviously like I'm pretty good at talking, you know what I'm saying? I'm not bad. So like I would just be like, hey, like woo doo woo woo, you know what I mean? And like they would just teach me a bunch of things, you know? So yeah, I just took a lot from those lessons. And even while I was in college, there was like some lessons I didn't care about. So I would literally be in like computer labs, like still researching about like other topics I wanted to focus on, like how to get funding, how like business structures work, while my teacher was teaching lessons. And they wouldn't have a problem because I would still answer those questions they asked. Like I swear, like people would like sit there, they'd ask a question while they were teaching. I'd take out my earphones and be like, oh, like answer the question, then put my earphones back. And like they wouldn't have a problem because they knew I was still paying attention. I knew what they were talking about. I remember my college teacher went around. He seen I was watching like Captain America: Civil War, dude. In the middle of his lesson, he just laughed and he just kept walking. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were super cool. Like they're super chill about it. And they're like, yo, like you're a grown man. Like I'm not finna like.
True. Once you're in college, it's like
I'm not gonna baby you, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like I remember I used to walk in the test and be like, I didn't study at all. And they'd be like, oh, whatever. And I'd still get good grades on those tests, you know?
I hated those kids in school. Oh my God.
So you hate me?
Okay.
That's mean, bro.
I had a beef with people who just could pass courses with flying colors without looking at the manual. Or
but the thing is, I paid attention in class. It's not like I was like, in class, like, look at me, guys. You know what I mean? Like throw the juggling balls. You know what I mean? I paid attention when I needed to.
Yeah.
And then so like afterwards, when I had to like the test was coming, I just looked through the book once, and I was like, okay, I'm just refreshing my mind. That's why I never failed a French class, despite not being able to speak French.
Lol.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like.
No, but I feel you because I was like that for certain classes. Like history, I loved history.
Yeah,
to this
dude.
day, I'm like.
Yeah.
Like, I will look up some random shit. I'm like, wait, what does this mean? Like, where does that come from? You know, like sometimes I think about going back to school, not even to have the diploma, because
just to have fun,
just
and,
to like learn.
Yes, dude. And people get it twisted. People force themselves to go to college, university when they're not built for it.
Yeah.
Just to get that degree or whatever, and that's not the way to go, dude.
Yeah, like I would be down to go back to school just to study like sociology or something.
Yeah.
Just to say you can.
Yeah, just to say I can.
Yeah.
Just to have just to be like, yeah, I went to college, you know? Like, I know I'm a very smart person.
Indeed, you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I feel like it wouldn't be hard, especially if I'm studying something that I'm already interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So sometimes I think about it, but I wouldn't use it because I already have my career.
Yeah, you out here.
Good.
Badina.
It's a word.
It's a good word, though. It's a good word. It's not even my word. I got it from someone else. Yeah, so I got it from my stylist actually, and then she got it from her friend. But yeah, so I knew I wanted to go into fashion when I went to college, but I needed a business mindset towards and how to like. You can't just. I feel like a lot of artists get it twisted where they're like, "Oh, my art will take me to wherever I need to go." There's like over romanticize it, and they're like, "Oh, like if I paint a picture, I'll get $1 million." You know what I mean? I'll have my own studio suite, all that stuff. No, you do have to have like some sort of like mindset towards entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So I went to school for that. Even while I was in school, I was still doing my lessons and like teaching myself how to sew, like watching videos. Like I remember I mentioned that in class and people laughed at me. Like I sat down and watched like old ladies sew and they're like, they thought I was joking because I was like, I never put out that like that aesthetic where I'm like, I'm the nerdy loser kid that like sits down and like, what? They laughed at me, dude. Yeah, so that helped a lot.
Who are you watching?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like,
To
who were you
learn how to
watching
sew.
to learn how to sew?
Just a bunch of YouTube videos, dude.
I
And
I
like,
used to watch With Wendy. That was my girl.
Oh, yeah, that's your
I
homegirl?
remember her.
With
that's your
Wendy?
slime? That's your twin?
With Wendy, she taught me so much.
I'm gonna have to check her out. I'm
shit.
gonna have to check her out.
And I like the way
remember
that,
her.
because like the thing I hate about designing is pattern making. Like
Mhm.
I actually physically
Yeah.
can't like, and like I learned how to sew before learning pattern making. So I would just like freehand cut, and be like,
Yeah.
that's just kind of how I am in real life.
You're just like, oh, it's somewhere there.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, okay, I know it's kind of the shape, and like I'm like visually, I know
That's
that
mad
it would
funny.
fit this part of my body or this
Yeah.
part of somebody's body. So I would just be like da da da, and like sew, and then if I need to fix, just fix it. You know.
But with Wendy came in, she was like,
And then she
I
would like,
got you, girl.
but the thing
I
is with
got
Wendy,
you."
she did patterns, but she didn't show it in a like the way that's like the technical part of
Yeah,
pattern
yeah,
making.
yeah.
So I would just start taking my clothes and be like, okay, this kind of fits the way I want,
Yeah.
and I just trace it, and then I would like fix where I would.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned it.
You leave any comments? Are you a real one? You didn't.
Were you
No,
a
I
You
user?
fake.
didn't.
She's a fake.
I didn't.
Fake.
but-
Oh, that's my girl. That's my soon, my time,
It
my
was.
Gaza.
But with Wendy, that was
As your girl, I'm gonna check
Yeah.
her out. I'm gonna check
Yeah.
her out. But yeah, like I was, I went to school for that, and then yeah, I just kind of taught myself. Like even my internships, like how to get funding. I learned through my internship. They wanted to keep me.
where did
I-
you go for your internships?
Oh, I had like this place called Go Materials. It was like a landscaping company. It had nothing to do with fashion. It was like a landscaping company that like it's basically Amazon meets landscaping.
Okay.
So they would like if you were a landscaper, you needed like materials. They would sell you like show you like be the middleman for like grass and like seeds and like I don't know whatever you do in
Okay.
landscaping. I've worked in landscaping and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But they at the end of my internship, they're like, "Oh my god, like Parris, like you're such a great worker. We love you." Blah blah blah. Blah. Keep in mind, this is a multi-millionaire company. Like they have money, and they were like, "Oh, we can't keep you. I'm sorry. Like we're working on trying to get you funding to like keep you as an employee. Yada yada
Yeah.
yada." And I was like, "Okay, you're capped. Like I know you have enough money to keep me as an employee, but whatever. Let me see how this rolls." So they had another intern search up like grants on how to like retain employees. So they were like, "Oh, would you mind? Do you mind like if we made a grant, like did a grant with the Quebec government talking about how like we want to like you're obviously African American, we would love to like keep you as an employee and like would you mind if we use that a bit to help improve for the grant?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "No, that's fine, dude. I want to get my money up." You know what I mean? Like hell yeah, let's screw the system over. You know what I mean? Like get the bag. You know. But then I was like, wait, like I had to go to like a Quebec government office and like get the paperwork, and I was like, why am I doing this for this guy, dude? Like,
Yeah.
I just quit that job right after that. I just like went on like a bender of trying to find like different like funding, how to like, and obviously like my school, like my classes taught me how to pitch to investors,
Okay.
which is what I'm working on right now, like for the next show. Yeah, the next show, like, fingers crossed if things work out, it's gonna be bigger than the last one for sure.
I mean, we'll be there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Why wouldn't we be?
I'm just asking.
Do you want us there?
double-checking.
Yeah.
I never said anything like that. I never said anything of the sort. I thought we were having a lovely time.
Just asking.
But yeah, like just finding opportunities where they're given. You know what I mean? If I need manufacturing, my trick for finding manufacturing is going through phone books, like online.
That's
phone
actually
books.
smart.
Yeah,
That's
I go through
very
online
smart.
phone books because like you go to the ones that like have websites. Those are the ones that do like big brands and all that stuff, and they're the ones that like they'll like ask for like 300 minimum requirement or whatever. You go through the phone books, the ones that don't have websites, and you just email them. They'll show you their catalog and everything. Those are the ones that are like
That is so smart. I never
That's
we
thought
get
of
so
that.
much work and like we're okay that we don't even need a website. We're willing to take on your small little project because
Yeah.
we believe in you. And they'll have like Zoom calls with you and everything.
that's
like my
smart.
boy told Ping, he
Yeah.
held me down. Like we had like laughs and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like phone books, that's how I figured it out. You know?
I feel like that I never saw it that way, but
Never
I
thought about it, yeah.
I think a lot of people will like still underestimate the value in like doing things old school sometimes.
Yeah, dude.
For certain
Yeah.
things.
Best marketing to this day is word to mouth.
Literally.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's how I get my best opportunities.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's
like,
part
word
of
to
our
mouth.
growth too
Yeah.
for this podcast.
A lot of it is just word to mouth.
I
Yeah.
mean, look how we met. You know what I mean? You guys stopped me in business suits.
That's true.
You guys were hella intimidating, some like women in black type thing. You know what I mean? You guys look like you were about to pull out neuralizers, like
Oh my
make me
God.
forget about my whole fashion
I
show.
don't even think we ever told you like how this. Okay, so
right.
about the show.
How it came about.
Okay.
One thing about me.
Okay,
I
one
will-
thing about you.
One thing about me, I will
Okay.
get shit done.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's true.
So we're sitting at the show. We never saw you come out, but we
No.
heard people clap.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay,
So,
I don't know
okay,
how
one
this
quick
man
thing.
looks like. I don't
Mhm.
know who this person is.
Mhm.
I don't even know his name. I don't know nothing about this person.
To be honest, I made it easy though. I had I Love Parris shirt on.
I know, but,
Yeah,
we didn't know your
You
name.
know, I get it.
We
Oh,
knew
okay, okay,
nothing
okay, okay,
about
okay,
We
you.
knew nothing.
And like,
So
I
you guys
didn't
just
see.
came to a random show without
Yeah.
knowing about the designer or
Yeah.
anything that was
Of
gonna
course.
happen.
Yeah.
Damn, you guys are ballsy.
I mean,
Respect to that. Respect to you
why
guys.
wouldn't we?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I was like,
okay,
why
go
not?
on, go on.
So the way we were sitting, we couldn't see anything. We couldn't see you
Yeah.
come out because of
Yeah.
the way that you came out. So I was on my phone. As soon as the show finished, I was on my
she
phone.
said FBI.
I started doing some
Straight
FBI
up.
shit. I swear to God. I saw somebody post and I could see what you were wearing. So I saw that you had the I Love Perry shirt.
Yo.
So then we went in the backstage room
to look at the collection.
to look at the
Yeah,
collection,
yeah,
whatever.
passes.
And we had some of our friends there too.
Yeah.
And I saw you when you were walking around, you know, you were doing your
I was
thing,
bouncing
whatever.
around the entire
Yeah,
show, dude. You
you-
should see me at the beginning. I was spread.
I'm sure you were.
Yeah.
I know how it is.
Yeah.
So I saw you and stuff, and then we like walked and stuff, and
In the
I
hallway.
saw you in the hallway.
I was running. I was
Well,
like,
no, you were actually. I think you were talking to someone or something.
I was talking
like
to my
that.
mentor.
Yeah, and then I kind of like slowed down, blah, blah, and then as soon as you turned back, I was like, you know, that's.
Oh,
what-
you guys
Stopped
pincer
you.
attacked me. You guys
Yeah.
set me up.
Yeah,
You guys
I
were
set
like,
you up.
yeah,
I set you up.
Oh
She
my
did.
god.
So that was.
This was a trap.
Yeah,
it was
that
a
was-
trap.
that was a
It
trap.
was.
That was very
Damn, I didn't even know this.
a lot of the times when I beat people, I set them up.
yeah.
I'm like,
manipulative.
no, I
Damn.
just had a plan, and you just
Yeah.
needed a plan.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
she had a plan of
textbook
action.
Yeah.
manipulative.
Start
That's
talking
behavior.
to you about the
That's good.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I
like,
gaslighted someone into like doing some heinous stuff, I'm like, I just had a plan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quote you on that one. You know? Oh my god!
No,
I
it
can't
was-
believe you made me do this, that. You made me feel low about my self-esteem. I just had a plan.
I'm screaming.
I had a plan.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, that was that. I was like,
Mhm.
I was like, I just need to see, because it was so far. I was like, I just need to
Yeah.
see what you're wearing.
Yeah.
As soon as I know what you're wearing,
Yeah.
I can find
Easy
you.
to find.
Easy
A
to
pair of blue
find.
jeans, a white shirt,
Yeah.
and some my own shoes.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
So that's how we came up to you, and that's how you're here.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
pull up with the men in black
Yeah.
suits, man. It was really
Yeah.
intimidating. I'm not gonna lie.
We were matching that night.
Yeah, you guys were like,
We
like I'm like walking. You guys like, halt.
halt.
We have a, we liked what we seen.
Didn't we say something like we have a proposal?
Yeah,
for
you-
or
that's what I'm
something?
saying.
You said
I think
that. I was
that's
like,
what I said.
okay.
No, like you turned to her. You're like, can we ask him? Let's ask him. And I was like, you guys have a bomb? Like, don't hurt me. You know what I mean? You guys are like, we have a proposal. We'd like to have you on our podcast. And I was like, where do the neuralizers come out this time? Are you guys
At
gonna
first,
make me just...
and at first we were. I think you were the one who had said like originally it would be for the third season, and then we clocked in
Yes.
after we were like, oh, we just like had an opening for a guest for the second season.
Lucky me. Lucky
Yeah.
me.
So we gotta have him
Yeah.
now.
So that was that. That's
Mhm.
how. That's how
Yeah.
we're here.
You guys got me good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm sitting behind like Julia Roberts. You know what I mean? Can I touch it? Can I look in the back? Can I touch it?
Maybe not now. Maybe, after.
Maybe after.
Can I at least show the camera?
After.
After. We are
Okay,
already
okay.
so
Yeah.
over.
So to end this off,
To
we're
wrap
not
it
that
up.
bad. We're not that bad.
Yeah, we're actually
To
not
end
as
this
bad.
off, what's next for Cease to Exist? What's next for you?
Mm-hmm.
The things that you can share.
Yeah, for what you can
Yeah.
say.
And keep in mind, this episode will be probably released in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
She'll probably find the date.
Yeah. Find the date.
no,
Find the date so I'm not
hold on,
snitching on
hold on.
myself.
Okay.
You are releasing May 24th.
May 24th.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say
So that's
something.
like next month.
Yeah. Okay. What's next? I'm trying to figure out like what I can say, not say. Like, right now, I could say right now we're testing like the shoes and everything. Like, like the,
Oh.
you know.
Can you show it to the camera? Like,
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah?
say.
Let me
you
just-
pulled this.
Yeah.
Emil's gonna have fun editing this.
Can you add like crazy like lightning bolts and like?
yeah.
Yeah,
well,
probably
please,
could.
please,
He'll probably do that.
Do that for me, please.
Yes.
I want to be the only one that has like cool special effects. Like
Emil, you heard it.
pull like
We'll
air
add that
horns.
in
Pull
there.
like air horns. I got you, boy. Yeah, we're working on testing the shoe.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what I can say. We are working on the next show.
Mhm.
We're working on the shoe campaign.
Ooh.
I might get in trouble for this. We're working on going to New York for our shoot campaign and shooting it with a photographer I'm a big fan of.
Sick.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we're working on getting a drop ready for actually after this podcast.
Releases?
Yeah, releases. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That we're working on a couple of things. I'm just like scared to say something, and I'm like,
It's okay.
It's
I'm
okay.
gonna get in trouble.
It's all right if you
Yeah.
snitch a little bit, you know?
Oh yeah, it's all right for you guys
I
because you
mean-
guys get to go home and like wear suits and everything. I get spankings when I go into the studio. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But I guess this wraps up the episode.
Yeah, I think it does. We
Damn.
touched on a lot and nothing
Nothing
at
at
all
all,
at the same
yeah.
time. There was so much. I feel like this was one of our most chaotic episodes.
Yeah, this was so
We
chaotic.
I hope people enjoy this.
I think they will.
I think they will. People usually like our chaotic
Yeah,
episodes
they
the
do.
most.
They do. We get a lot more engagement from those, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anyways,
but yeah.
Thank
Oh
you
my
guys so much
God.
for listening.
Yeah.
My name is Bernie.
My name is Yasmine, and you were listening to the Fashion Football Podcast, where we have candid conversations about the fashion industry with industry professionals and our lovely guest, Parris, today.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yes. And
Of
where can we
course.
find you before we
course.
close that off? Where can people find you?
You can find me on. I was trying to say something witty and something stupid.
I figured that was going to come out your mouth,
yeah,
but just
right?
plug the socials.
S'il vous plaît.
No, for real. I thought it was going to say you can find me on this street corner or
Yeah,
some shit like that.
I was trying to find something like super obscure, like MSN, like a browser for MSN or something like that, but I couldn't. Like,
Not the MS.
oh yeah, you guys can find me on Pop Tropica.
What?
My username is awesome17117.
What?
What is
Boom.
that?
It's like an old video game I used to play when I was a kid. I still have my password and my username till this day. I played it in elementary, dude.
That's crazy.
You can find my username on there.
We will link
His
his
Instagram.
socials down below.
You guys are defeating the whole point of me, like this bit. Come on, don't do that.
And on Instagram, at CEASETOEXIST.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess if you guys want to do that.
Yeah,
I think exist has
whatever.
2 eyes, if
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
mistaken.
two
Yeah.
eyes, yeah.
And it sees 2, number 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Or no, it's not?
No, it's not. We just use C2E to like shorten and abbreviate it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It will
Like
be
sometimes
linked.
it's interchangeable, but
It'll be linked.
we're fighting for that last eye though, to like lose that eye.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Some motherfucker has that account. I'm gonna find him. He has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna find him. I messaged him. He didn't answer me back. He left me on red.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable. 90 followers. How dare he?
Anyway, all his socials will be linked. Ours as well. You can find us at the Fashion Football Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok is just fopa.ca.
Mhm.
And you can find us individually
At King Bernie with 2 E's at the end.
and at Yasisaya on Instagram. So that concludes today's episode. We hope you guys enjoyed
Yeah. And remember, love always.
and always love.
We're done.
Woohoo! Yippee!